Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 71. And I remembered of 108 days of Internal Alchemy with me, Sara. I'm here to fully shift and move and transform and alchemize a lot of energy in my life. So I decided to set myself up for an energetic experiment and go live for 108 days showcasing my own practice. So I practice internal alchemy. I'm specialized in energetics, and now my specialty is that I combine the energetics and the alchemy. So here I am. So today we're going to bring it down a little bit. So yesterday was a big session. So find your spinal flow and just connect to the body. And first we're going to talk a little bit about the tremors. So the tremors, it doesn't really matter what happens when you start this journey and you start to experiment with the tremors. They can be large, they can be intense, they can be shy, they can be, it's all about a state in the nervous system. And when the tremors are buried deep down inside, it can take a little bit of time to get them going. So if you haven't got them going yet, that doesn't matter. We will work more with the legs, so it will probably come as we go along. We still have 30 plus days left. So the tremors, there are some precautions with the tremors. So you don't do the tremors if you're pregnant, if you have had an injury, or if you had surgery, because the tremors, they open up the body. So if we have an injury, we want the injury to heal, and we want so we don't send in the tremors. So if you have something that you're working with that is healing, then keep the tremors on the low, and after you have healed, then you can start. And if you are in such a condition that you are unable to do a brisk walk, then you can also slow down with the tremors. If you have any questions about this, I'm available inside of the Telegram group. There's a free group available, and the link is in below. Okay. Oof. Open up the shoulders, on your knees if you feel like it. I'm building myself up today. And say hello to the face, the eyes, big breaths. One more. Allow the energy to sink, arrive into the practice. Let go whatever is happening on the outside. Allow yourself to sail the ocean of life and roll with the waves. We're surfing the waves. More breathing. Activate the root block. Up into a squat. So I'm opening up the energies in the legs a lot, and I'm realizing that a lot is due to the work that I'm doing with the feet and the ankles. So this is super beneficial, and I can feel both my feet are opening up more, especially the left foot. That's because I'm balancing out the feminine. So I'm releasing more and more pressure, more and more charge in the body. And if you've been following my journey and listening to my behind the scenes podcasts, you know that I'm working with the voice and the pressure of the voice and the energy that I'm coming from when I'm speaking. And I'm looking at that deeply. And all of it opens up even deeper when my body starts to open up more. So it's like my body is realigning around itself, which is a phenomenal experience. So I'm going to start opening up my legs a little bit. We did a lot of legs yesterday. So if you feel like it's a lot, then you just adjust and you focus on maybe the spine or the hips. So you follow me if you like, or you play with your own body. So sailing the oceans of life is showing up to practice every day, no matter what it feels like, and just, it's like paying a visit to your best friend every day. And just check in, and there is no judgment of how we are doing today. There's just the body movement and the energy levels and the adaptation. We know there will be water, we know there will be waves, but we don't know if the sea is calm or stormy. And it doesn't matter, we meet ourselves the same way. We just adapt and align with whatever is going on. So the way that we show up for practice is also the way we show up in life. Now opening up the feet. Okay, breath of life. Opening up the hips, the joints, the groin, the psoas, the quads. I'm gonna do the chicken. Add the arms to make it a bit heavier. Remember your root lock. Go deeper into the psoas. Lean forward, lean back. Lean forward, lean back. Other leg. Lean forward, lean back. Okay, relax a little bit. Allow everything to just arrive. Let the energy sink, root lock, chin to chest. Just breathe here. Allow the energy to sink. There's nothing we have to do. There's nothing we have to feel. There's nothing. It's always a choice to show up for whatever is present. But we don't have to do anything. So we sail the ocean of life and we respond to whatever is necessary, whatever is presenting itself for us. And when we start to look at challenges as gifts, as information, as course corrections, and when the ocean starts to become a little bit more strong, it's an invitation for us to learn and be better captains. It's not an invitation to hide or to doubt ourselves. It's always an opportunity to show up as who we truly are. So it's a choice over and over and over and over again. And sometimes that choice comes again and again and again. And we can feel like, wow, is life happening? You know, is this not meant for me? Is this not good for me? And I'm not good at this. But that's just the opportunity for again and again and again. And eventually the ocean is going to calm, the sun is coming out, and the state is never permanent. Okay, one more breath. Let's involve the eyes, arms pointing forward, thumbs. You can turn your head with the thumb, open up the neck a little bit. And when the neck says stop, you continue with the thumb and you keep your eye on the thumb and you connect as far back as you can. So you move the neck and then the eyes continue when the neck says stop. Okay, so now the neck, the nose point forward and you only follow with the eyes. Rest of the body is still, only the eyes and the arms are moving. Oops. Connect with the eyes. Deep breaths. Allow the energy to sink. Allow everything to calm down. Move over to the ears, twist, breathe in. Open up the neck. Lymphatic system. So many lymph nodes in this area. Most of the lymph nodes, this is the place where they are. Wow, my English is not on point today. There's a lot of them located in the same area. Okay, so time to bring in today's tune. So there's one song and I will play it one time. So we're going to do a spinal flow, your own spinal flow. And here you really connect with your body today. Just hang out in your own body during this song. Maybe you want to move, maybe you want to breathe, maybe you feel today is, okay, I need to move some energy. You want to move into a little bit of fire, then you do that, but from this calm space. Because when we move and the ocean starts to ocean up, we also need to ocean up. So the water inside of us is matching the frequency of the ocean, but we need to be calm. So the point is to be able to sail and be active, but come from a really deep and grounded space. So we practice raising the energy from this space. So if you feel like increasing the energy, do that. If you feel like standing, you do that. If you feel like laying down, you do that. If you feel like doing tremors, you do that. Just be aware that in the beginning, when you do tremors, it's good to do it at least 1 or 2 days in between, because it can be a lot of energy releasing from the nervous system. However, you're a sovereign being and it's your relationship with you and your nervous system. So if you feel like, oh my God, I have so much to release, I trust you. Just realize and know that if you do too much TRE or too much tremor and the energy starts to release, it's just uncomfortable. It's not dangerous. It's just very uncomfortable. I've done that once and I don't do it again. But now my body is guiding me. I never do too much by myself. And I do a lot. So it's a tolerance that you have a relationship to. Just realize that if you push and do too much, there might be a consequence. But then you just, if that happens, you just, just time and ground and just take care of yourself, and it's gonna ease off after a day or two. Okay, so I'm gonna breathe. So if you had a big tremor session yesterday, maybe you take it a bit slower today. So my body wants to be in this calm state, but still move. It's really drawn to these squat, jump, frog kind of positions. because these are the positions I've never been able to do. I've never been able to do proper squats. And yesterday, I just did like ass to grass. It was like, is this really happening? So something's coming alive. And I know it's directly connected to the opening of the feet. And the hips, of course. But there's something about the feet. So normalizing hanging out in your body. So yesterday's podcast episode is a new series called Body Hangout with me and Hannah, a lady that I work with. And we're hanging out in our bodies like this and having conversations. So the first episode is recorded and we're talking about the more subtle and maybe complex and confusing parts of reinventing ourselves. Hannah has done a lot of healing work with Joe Dispenza and been trained by him and worked with his frameworks with her clients in corporate. So she comes from a little different take, but still the same. So we talk about the different aspects while we hang out in our bodies. That's what I want to normalize. And because the conversations flow better, they become more easier, and it's like it becomes more creative and more aligned with the body. So check that out if you're interested in that. It's up on my YouTube channel. I'm going to go a bit deeper into the hips. So this is very painful for me. So I can help with my hands. Okay. Come to a seated position. Tune in and make a little space for expression, either more physical expression or some writing or express with words. So talk to me. What's going on? What's happening? What's up? Put it into words exactly as you feel them. Don't censor yourself. Let's keep it within the alchemy so we stay away from bringing it into our everyday life. Rooting the energy, sending the energy down. Breathing, hands up. Breathe in as you pull up. Send the energy down. Remember your root lock. Firm movement. Sink down. Anchoring the energy. Continue to express if that feels accurate. Slowing everything down. Anchor with every breath. Allow the energy to sink. Allow everything to be still. Breathe quietly through your nose. Feel the root lock and the air that you're breathing in. All the way down to the root lock. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. With every breath, anchor your root lock. That's the only thing that is activated. As you breathe out, allow the energy to sink all the way down to the root lock. Breathing in. Breathing out, sink. Breathing in. Closing for today. Thank you so much. I love you so much. Well done. We show up, whatever the ocean is offering, because we can handle whatever that is being offered. It's just about becoming our own captain of our own oceans. And sometimes, there's multiple oceans. If you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe. If you have questions, comment and I'll reply. Mastermind begins on Wednesday, August 26th. Next round in January. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good day and peace.